B&Z Sports Chaos. PB, we're going to talk some football as we always talk on Fridays, but I got to bring up one subject, and that's the MLB playoffs. Has a home team won yet in this AL and NL Championship Series? I don't think they have, right?
Right, because Seattle won the two games in Toronto, then Toronto went and won there,
Last night. Yeah,
and then the Dodgers won both games in Milwaukee.
yeah, and they play tonight
So
at
so they're
Dodger
playing tonight.
Stadium.
So maybe the Dodgers can win and go up 3-0 and be the first home team to win.
But if they don't, that is an interesting plot. I don't think I remember ever seeing where the division's championship series, I'm saying, sorry, have ever had the home teams lose the first three games before in the series.
On both sides. I know
Yeah.
it's crazy. That's like it kind of devalues the benefit of getting home field, really.
I still believe football, you need a bye, right? That's a great, great thing. It's proven over and over and over in history. But in baseball, you got to keep playing, I believe. You'll get rusty after not playing for a week. So to me,
Yeah.
that's a detriment winning your division and getting a bye.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it's all about. It's very streaky. Teams get streaky that way. It's like that in the regular season. They play every day during the regular season. So
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, let's talk a little NFL. So I got to ask right now, your home team, your favorite team in the NFL, the Miami
Shut
Dolphins.
up. Shut up. They're not my
They are a
favorite
hot
team.
mess. Tua came out and said some stupid stuff. You know what? People say the stupid thing. If it happened, it happened. Good for him calling out the team. But it's a complete mess down there in Miami. And by the way, it's 8:15 on a Thursday night. Is Mike McDaniel still not been fired yet?
I know. I think this could be the week. I mean, they're playing Cleveland this week. If they lose to the Cleveland Browns, this could be it. By the way, I have season tickets to Miami because I love football. I don't like Miami. I don't love Miami. They're not my team by
You're
any
supporting the
stretch of the
cause. You're giving them
imagination.
money for their payroll.
Yeah, but then I resell the tickets and I make money off of the
But they already
visiting
made money
fans.
off you. So no, no, no. You're helping management down there. Come on, come on. But
Hey,
by the way, that
I'm
team
making
is that's a hot mess,
I'm
are they
making
not?
they're a hot mess. I'm making money off of them, by the way. But yeah, yeah, they're a hot mess. Yeah, I'd be surprised if Greer even makes it. Greer and both McDaniel. I think there'll be something's going to happen this year. There's no way.
I don't think McDaniels can't win. He can't stay another week, in my opinion. If he loses, definitely if he loses to Cleveland, he's gonna go. Do you
One
agree?
would think. I would think so. I mean, they fly planes over the stadium during the game with the trailer things on them. Those planes that have the trailer things on them, and it says
Yeah.
"Fire McDaniel." They're literally paying to put a plane up in the air to fly around the stadium to fire McDaniel. It's pretty crazy.
But Brian Callahan got fired by the Titans. I mean, was he? This is his first year, is it, or is it second year? I forget now.
I'm pretty sure it's the
Six
second year.
6 games in, unbelievable, unfreaking believable. Uh, who's not a pessimist? Jerry Jones, because he came out this week and said the Cowboys are still going to make the playoffs. What do you think about that?
Are they 3-3 or are they 2-4?
2-4.
2-4?
I mean, they
Eh,
lost to Carolina this week. They
I
lost to
know.
Carolina in a game they should have won. They gave up a field goal at the end of the game to the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah.
That's
Well, here's the
that's
thing.
baloney.
Here's the thing. This team can score points. They can score points,
Correct.
and
Yeah.
they're getting CeeDee Lamb back. I'm not worried about their offense. It's their defense. And getting rid of Micah Parsons was probably the stupidest thing they could have done.
For this.
And
Absolutely.
and now you can throw on that team and you can run on that team. Like
Yeah.
that team's bad. That team's defense is horrible. They're like bottom five in the league potentially.
No, absolutely. Um, Shockers last week. Falcons over the Bills, Bears over the Commanders. And of course, we talked about it last week because it was Thursday night game, but Giants over Philadelphia. What was the worst loss of the week?
I'm gonna go with the Bills because I never like I even though I picked the Eagles, I think they're doing but since the season started, I'm just not sold on their whole offensive scheme. And their defense is suspect at best. So this team is a little bit of a phony. There's way better teams in the NFC, in my opinion. than the Eagles. Um, so I'm not surprised there. The Bills, I thought the lost the Patriots because they were 4-0 as well until they lost the Patriots. I thought that was a rude awakening for them, and they were going to come out guns blazing against the Falcons.
Both the Bills and the Eagles are
And
coming off back-to-back losses.
yeah, so they were both 4-0, now they're both 4-2. So I think the Bills is the biggest surprise to me. Washington, yeah, they had Jaden Daniels back and stuff, but McLaurin's still out. They didn't look that good either. So I mean, I'm not putting Washington and I'm not putting them up on this pedestal. I'd say Detroit losing to Kansas City was bigger surprise to me than those two, but I'm putting Buffalo as the number one. That was the
Yeah,
biggest
I,
surprise to
I, I
me.
disagree about the Detroit case. You have Detroit on this cloud up there at the top of the mountain. I don't see it, man. I just don't see it. They've lost a couple of games already that are surprising. I'm not surprised by the KC game. I don't think Detroit's as good as everybody thinks they are at the end of the day.
Yeah, and KC is better than probably people think they are because
Correct. There you go. There
that
you
that
go.
that's a
Yep.
team I do not want to see in the playoffs. I
Nope.
mean, come playoff time, I still think they're the team to beat. You
Yep.
know, if
Yep.
right now, they're not even in the playoffs.
Right.
They're like the eighth seed or the ninth seed right now, so they're not even in the playoffs. But they're going to be there, and it doesn't matter if they're the seventh seed or the sixth seed, and they have to go on the road. They're going to win.
Oh yeah. By the way, who's winning the AFC East right now?
Well, you can stick a fork in Baltimore, obviously.
No, the
I
AFC
think it's
East.
AFC. Oh, the AFC East. Yeah. Oh, the Patriots are in first place because of the
Yeah,
tiebreaker with
baby. Hey, where's
Buffalo.
that guy from Denver that heckled us earlier this year? Right? How you looking? Pats are coming.
I, I know, right? Right. Well, there was a guy too on that put a comment in about his Cardinals saying
That's the guy.
that.
That's the guy. Not Denver
Oh
the
yeah,
Cardinals. Yeah, yeah,
yeah, and the Cardinals are
yeah,
sitting at 2-4, and we're sitting at 4-2,
yeah, yeah.
and yeah. So
All right, man. Let's make some picks. So the London games get some intrigue. Rams and Jaguars. This is kind of a quasi home game for the Jaguars because they were rumored to be moving to London at one point in time. So, what do you think of this game? By the way,
yeah,
Sunshine's really made an improvement this year. Trevor.
yeah, I agree. Last week I picked the Seahawks. Um, I think I can't remember if you did. No, I know G Money took the Jags. I think you took the Seahawks too.
Yeah.
And we were taking a Seattle team, which is against your rules because it's a West Coast team coming to the East Coast, playing in a 1 o'clock game, all that stuff. You usually go against that West Coast team.
Yeah, but this one
And
is in London, Rams and Jaguars, right? So,
yeah, yeah. So, and what happened? Seattle waxed them on the road. Jacksonville scored 12 points. So, I said their glass slip is about to fall off. It's not a real team, in my opinion. In Jacksonville, I think both Houston and Indianapolis are better football teams than Jacksonville. And this is not a home game for either. Technically, it's a home game for Jacksonville because they have that whole
right,
London
right.
relationship, but and there'll be a lot of Jaguar fans there, probably way more Jaguar fans there probably than Rams fans. But still, I think the Rams, even without Puka, that's the thing we got to keep in mind too. Puka's not going to play. Um, I still think they can take down the Jags. So I'm going Rams. I don't think it's going to be too high scoring. I think it'll be like a 21-17 kind of game, but I'm going Rams.
So tempted to take Jags, especially without Puka, because Puka is an unbelievable weapon. Does not get as much credit as he really should, but somehow or other, I find the Rams win this game.
Okay, so me and you have the Rams. Shimani has Jags.
All right. Philadelphia, who we just talked about, plays Minnesota. Philly's coming off two straight losses. Minnesota's got JJ back, JJ McCarthy. What do you think?
No, don't be so quick to say that though. Right now, it's not looking like he is going to be back.
Oh, now they're saying he won't play. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's not. He's very limited in practice.
Okay.
Wentz lost his injury designation, so Wentz does not have his injury designation. JJ does. I'm not going to care who quarterbacks in that game because I think Philadelphia can go on the road and sneak this one out. I'm kind of putting my last ditch hope effort into Philly, actually trying to turn things around. this team losing three in a row would be a huge surprise to me. I still think they have key pieces on that team when you look at talent. It's just the coaching and the whole scheme that that team runs is horrible. So the coaching is and the play calling is definitely losing football games, not the
Yep.
talent on the field. So I think talent in the end should be able to beat Minnesota on the road. There's a team that's struggling a little bit right now. They are coming off a bye though, so that could help. But I'm still going to take the Eagles in this one.
I'm with you. The three clowns coaching the NFL right now: Mike McDaniel,
Sirianni.
Brian Dable, and Nick Sirianni, without a doubt. The three biggest clowns coaching in the NFL at this point in time. But Philly wins. I think the best leader they have is Jalen Hurts by far, who should be the coach of the team as a player. And if they just run the damn ball with Saquon, if Saquon gets 22 touches or more, they win the game easily, in my opinion. But if he doesn't, it's going to be a tough game.
Okay. And G Money has Philly too, so it's trifecta there.
All right, Indy goes to the Chargers. This is a really good game. These could be the two best teams in the AFC at the end of the season. Believe it or not, Danny Dimes is on a roll still. What do you
Mhm.
think in this game?
Yeah, and I saw the Chargers play in person last week, albeit against Miami. Miami's one of those weird teams, though. Sometimes they play good defense. They looked like they were playing some good defense last week, and they had a couple turnovers. And, at times I was like, man, are they going to beat the Chargers? And they almost did. The Chargers won on a last minute field goal. Um, but the Chargers were still running the ball all over the place. I mean, Vidal had a huge day, filling in for Marion Hampton. And Harbaugh can bring it in the run game. Defense was a little suspect that wasn't too sold on that. But I think they look at that game and say, man, we almost blew a game to a team that only had won one game all year. They go back home. They're bringing in a 5-1 Indy team that's supposedly sitting at the top of the AFC, and they say, "Hey, guess what? You're not the best team in the AFC," and they beat them. So I'm going to take the Chargers here.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think that the loss to the Giants 2 weeks back woke the Chargers up, in my opinion. And then the close call with the Dolphins this past week, Jim Harbaugh is going to slap them around a little bit in practice. I got Chargers win the game as well.
All right. So does G Money. So we're all three on that one.
All right, this is a game I hate to have to pick, but I got to pick it. It's Washington goes to Dallas. Washington on that big loss to the Bears last Monday night. So a short week for them. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, if Dallas had any semblance of a defense, I would probably be taking Dallas on this one. This game's going to be a shootout, in my opinion. I
Yeah.
would be surprised if both teams put numbers up in the 30s. I think Washington can do what they want with them. They can throw the ball. I mean, McLaurin may not be back. They're not sure whether or not he's going to be back. Um, we'll just say Bill, but Krosky Merritt looked pretty good at running back. I think he could have a huge day against this Dallas defense. They do let up a lot of run yards, so I'm looking for Krosky Merritt to have a decent day there.
Okay.
And Daniels can still throw it. He can still throw it to other guys, even though McLaurin might not be back. So I'm going to give it to
McDaniels historically, his quarterback rating without throwing at Terry McLaurin is almost 15 points lower.
Yeah, I know that is a huge deal. And if he's back, is he going to be even healthy enough to really have an impact? So that's going to certainly play it. And then you have the other side of it. You have CeeDee Lamb and is back. He's supposed to be back. And that offense, I think it's just going to be a shootout. But I think at the end, I give Dallas a slight edge on the offense, but I'm giving Washington a more of an edge on the defensive side of the
Defense, yeah,
ball.
yeah.
So
I agree.
I'm gonna take, but it's gonna be like a 34-31 type of game, but I'll take Washington.
I'm with you on that. But if it goes to the 40s, Cowboys win. But I'm going to take Washington.
Okay. G Money also has Washington. So all three is the same on three of them. The only one that's different so far is G Money has the Jags.
All right. So here's a game I struggled with only because of what happened last Monday night. Atlanta at San Fran. San Fran is still dealing with multiple injuries, although I think Mac Jones is still playing. I don't think Brock Purdy's been cleared yet, correct?
Yeah, I don't think he has.
It's at San Fran. I am so hesitant on this game, but I'm going to go San Fran.
Yeah, Kittle's back too, so he should be back. So that should help. Um, Yeah, I think Atlanta is one of these up and down teams, and I think they had their big up last week beating Buffalo. I think they're going to kind of be on that high and not be in a position to win this one. They got to go on the road. I'm going to take San
But
Francisco.
Bijan Robinson, and by the way, his coach calls him the best player in the NFL. And when I heard that at first, I'm like, what? And then he may not be wrong at the end of the
Yeah,
day.
right.
He
Well,
may
let's
not
not
be wrong.
too. And let's not forget too. Fred Warner and Bosa are both out for San Francisco for the
Yeah,
season.
San
That's a
Francisco gets a
huge gap
lot
on
of
defense.
injuries, correct?
Yeah, and Atlanta's been looking crisp lately. Like they've been looking pretty good. So I think I'm stupid for taking the Niners on this one. I'm just doing it because I just think they're going to win. But I have no if I had to bet this game, I'd probably bet the other way.
All
So
right,
all three of
G
us have
Money's
San
got what?
Francisco. Yeah, we all have
Everybody, all
San
right.
Francisco.
All right.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay goes to Detroit. I so want to stay with Baker. I believe in Baker. He had an unbelievable game last week. That 3rd and 14th run was unbelievable. But they got so many. You can't continue to win throwing to you. Literally, their 5th and 6th wide receivers on the depth chart is who he's throwing to. You can't continue to do that and win. I know you think Detroit's the best thing since sliced cheese. Maybe they are this week. I guess I'm going to have to go with them in that case. But if Tampa Bay was healthier, I would pick them, but I can't in this game.
Yeah, I agree. And the other thing too that plays into my mind is, Dan Campbell and the way he reacts to like losses like he did in Kansas City last week and brings his
Yeah,
team
yeah.
back
Yep.
home
Yep.
and against a team that he says this is a team we could be playing in the NFC Championship game later this year. So let's show them what we can do. And this game could also mean who gets home field in that game, right? If you're talking about the Bucks and the
Yep. Down the
Lions,
road.
is
Yeah.
potentially so. I'm going Lions as well, which means me, you, and G Money in the same on 5 of the games. The only one that we're different on is G Money has the Jags in London, and we have the Rams.
Could be right. We'll see. All right, let's go. Hey, let's go to the college side of the game. Whew, last week, number 7 Indy goes into Oregon. Number 3 absolutely blows them out, stuns them. That was a shocker. Texas beats my OU in the Red River rivalry. But the big one was Penn State losing again and firing big game James Franklin. Were you shocked by that?
Um, yeah, maybe just because I think he's done a lot with the program, and I think he could have given him maybe a little bit more grace and given
He's
him
there
a
every
chance
year, right?
to.
I mean, he's got a
Well,
great record outside of the top 5 games.
yeah, yeah, but yeah, I guess the answer to the question is yes. I was surprised.
Let me ask you a question. It's basically the mid-season point in college football right now. Who would you say would be your final 4 in the college football playoffs at this point in time?
Man, that's a tough one.
Well, I got to tell you right now, we're both wearing one of the
Are,
hats.
are you saying final 4 like the top 4 seeds, or who's going to actually go through the brackets and end up in the final 4?
Yeah, but I was picking who's going to be the last 4 teams left to be in the semifinals and the conference and then the national title. I got one
Yeah,
of them right now. We're both wearing a hat. I definitely
yeah.
see Miami as one of them.
I think the U could be there as well. Um, it's hard to
I
sleep
got
on
I got
Bama.
I got Bama, Miami, and
Okay.
I've got unfortunately Georgia over Ohio State. And then my shocker is not really a shocker anymore. The guy that's rumored to be going to Penn State now that James Franklin's gone, I don't think he leaves. Curt Cignetti and Indiana Hoosiers. I think he stays there. He brings them to the semifinals.
Wow.
Indiana Hoosiers.
Wow. Okay, that's a big one. Yeah, I would put Bama in the U there. You know, I like the Georgia pick. I'm not sure if I'd put them in over Ohio State though. So Ohio State might be there for me. And then I think a team, as long as they can get in, I think even as a 12 seed, a team like, Notre Dame, as an example, is someone that
Thinking that too. I was thinking Notre Dame as
they
well.
they get in and then they can do some things from there. So LSU could be another one of those type of teams too that just gets in as a 12 or 11 and then ends up, hitting it in a playoff. So those would be my 2 other like kind of sleepers there, LSU and Notre
Well, funny
Dame.
you should mention all those because we're going to be picking the games involving those teams right now, right?
Okay, let's go.
All right, we get number 5, Ole Miss going to number 9, Georgia. Georgia is a 7.5. Let me emphasize that 7.5 point favorite, which means they have to win by 8. What do you think of this game?
Yeah, this was a tough one for me to pick. It's in Georgia. I do like the points with Ole Miss. I like the 7.5.
I'm with you. If this is 6.5, I'm going Georgia. 7.5, I'm going to Ole Miss. By the way, the kid at Ole Miss, the quarterback, is just shameless. Division II quarterback last year is right now in one of the top 6 favorites for the Heisman Trophy. But the way he's played, Ole Miss goes in there and plays Georgia tough. They cover. They may not win, but they cover the spread.
Okay, G Money has Ole Miss as well.
All right. Tennessee, number 11, Tennessee heads to Bama. Another 7.5 point game. Can you believe it? On the
Yeah.
road, Tennessee going to Bama. What do you think of this game?
Yeah, I'm going the other way on this one. I think Bama at home's too tough, man. I think they could win this by three scores or 3 touchdowns. So I'm going to take Bama all the way to 7.5
By the way,
all day.
Ty Simpson is my Heisman Trophy favorite right now that Mateer got hurt. So I got Ty Simpson as the Heisman Trophy favorite for Bama. And I got them covering at 7.5.
And G Money does too. Wow, we're not that different at all this week. It seems like since that
By the
first
way,
kick
that's
in a
another
little
ranked
bit.
on ranked, 11 versus 6. All right.
Right.
Number, I think it's 10 for LSU goes to I can't even believe I'm saying this. Number 17, Vanderbilt. 17, Vanderbilt. And they're a favorite. Vanderbilt is a favorite in this game down there in Nashville. I'm shocked by this. There's no way in hell that Brian Kelly loses this game. It's a field goal game. LSU is going to win that game, even though Vandy's the favorite, in my opinion.
Yeah, I got LSU too, potentially winning, like you said, straight up in this one. But they're getting 2.5. I'll take them all day long. G Money actually has Vandy.
Ooh, okay. All right. Last one. Number 20, USC goes to number 13, Notre Dame, a team that you said was just sleeper to be in the college finals, Final Four. All right, PB, you and I have had USC on the picks like at least 2 times, if not 3. I've picked against them every single freaking time. They've been a favorite a couple of those times. I didn't know why. They're in the rankings. I'm taking them with the points. Give me the points. I'm going to take USC getting 9.5.
Yeah, and I am too. I think that's a little bit of a tough nut to cover. I do like Notre Dame in the game.
I do too.
Um,
Absolutely.
but this could easily be a field goal game or a 4 7 point game or something like that. I think 9.5 is a big number for that. So I'm going to go with the Fighting Irish as well, which means the only one
You'll
that,
go with the Trojans to take with the points, but you're fighting Irish to win.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So, you know what? All 6 NFL picks and all 4 college picks, 10 picks. You and I are the same on all 10. So we
All right.
no gaining in any standings this week. G
Okay.
Money has two different than us. He took the Jags in that Jags Rams game, and he took Vandy in the Vandy LSU game. Other than that, we're all the same.
It's the only one I'm not nervous about. All right, man. Good show. Have fun at the Hurricanes game tomorrow night.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right,
All
man.
right.
Take care.